Welcome to CarTorque with Matty J. Another Tuesday night, more car-related topics. Back to normal programming this week. After last week, we put our interview on, and obviously I wasn't in the studio. So in the studio with James from Movies. What's going on?
How you going?
Not bad, mate. Not bad. I've just realised I've got your mic up there. Yeah,
That's all right. I'm using the extra mic. We don't usually use it.
We got James, cousin James squared, cousin James. He's always on. Formerly from
Too Many
Established.
Jameses. Your show should be called Too Many Jameses.
How you doing?
Not bad, mate. You are in the training seat, so he's going to be doing my job very soon as a host here on 98.9 Northwest FM.
Yep.
And we got Riz in the far corner. What's going on?
Hey, Matty, good man. What's going on with you?
Not much, man. You're becoming a regular.
Yeah, I'm becoming a regular, man. Like that was my goal. Let's get there. I'll get another star and a sticker from you after this show.
Oh yeah, well, I mean it's that's what I do on this show. I just hand them out left, front, and center. Yeah, a few things for tonight. James, you're gonna be working your magic on the switchboard here, or sorry, the panel, I should say.
Yep.
But we'll get to that a bit later. But you know what? Today was the first time in ages I've realised I'm not a broke uni student anymore. Like I filled up my car full of petrol for the first time in so long. I've always been putting like $5 and $10 in there. It's the best feeling.
Yeah, wait till you get married and you're broke again.
Oh, dude, it's already happening. I'm already paying mortgages and bills. But this week I had a bit of extra cash. And I'm like, you know what? I can fill a car up this week. And I was like,
it's kind of sad when petrol is like a luxury item.
It is.
Like, how sad is that? The fact that so many millions of people need a car, and yet just to run it is an expense that they can't afford. This is the problem with
internal combustion and with the term of the big oil companies.
Yeah, exactly.
Just hungry for.
We're talking Tesla, are we?
Always talking Tesla,
Yeah.
dude. Elon Musk, man, he's freaking. What's his name? Tony Stark. Is it Tony Stark?
If we ever go into space, he's gonna be the guy who gets us there.
It's gonna be him.
It's Interstellar and Tony Stark in one.
Yeah, well, dude, everyone's been talking about Branson's been going to do it. Branson's never going to do it.
No.
It's gonna be Elon Musk, and it's
Everyone will be driving a Tesla and driving a rocket.
On the moon.
SpaceX rocket.
And having flamethrowers on the box, not flamethrower. Dude, he's legit Tony Stark. Like he's Iron Man. He's freaking nuts.
Yeah. Well, it's like what we talked about on the Henry Ford episode, where it's like to be that genius, you have to be a bit nuts.
You have to be a bit crazy, yeah.
Yeah. Although, as far as I know, Elon Musk isn't like evil, whereas Henry Ford was like. Well, he wasn't evil, but he had ideas. We had ideas, as we said.
As we previously mentioned, that's on one of our previous podcasts.
Elon Musk has ideas, but they're pretty awesome.
They're pretty awesome ideas, and the fact that he has money. But so I don't really know much about his history. Well, how does he have so much money? Is he like
he did PayPal?
So
Was that him?
before PayPal,
Oh, there was more.
at the age of I believe 15, he sold a company to news companies to be able to publish their content online
There you go.
for 200 million.
Jeez.
Bought a McLaren F1.
Yeah, McLaren F1. I've seen that video.
Yeah.
And then
Jeez.
the next one was what people don't know, X.com. Look it up now. Just the letter X.com. He recently rebought that name, which he owned 30 or 20 something years ago.
Wow.
He bought that name, and now if you go to X.com, it just has a little X up at the top.
That's
Just one character.
That's it.
That's it. And if you go X.com/Matty, which is a 404 redirect, it says Avai.
What?
Yeah. So anyway, he's bought the domain name, but now the history is he was the founder of X.com.
There you go.
So X.com was an alternative to PayPal.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just after the .com crash, just before the .com crash, Peter Thiel, which was the other founder of PayPal, and Elon, they were literally like their offices were down the road,
Okay.
and they got together and they said, if you know what's about to happen with this crash, then let's join forces 50-50.
Yeah.
And that's what they did.
Okay.
Before eBay acquired PayPal for $1.5 billion in 2002. And
Where's my money? Elon?
just on
Where's my money, man?
on the back of that, what most people don't know, at PayPal there was something called a PayPal Mafia.
What?
And PayPal Mafia were all the co-founders or founders of PayPal.
Okay.
And what they ended up doing, 3 of them started a small video channel called YouTube.
There you go.
Another 2 guys started a small social media network called LinkedIn. Elon obviously went to Tesla Motors and and SpaceX.
Yeah.
And Peter Thiel and the other guys, they've got a artificial intelligence sort of company. So
Far
yeah.
out.
Anyway,
Yeah.
that's the mafia.
There you go. That's
History on Elon.
history in a nutshell. You heard it here first, guys. Straight out of the mouth of our good new friend Riz. That's incredible. I can't believe how much money he has. That's unreal. But you know what? While he's enjoying his billions, I'm enjoying my $72 to fill up my laser.
72?
72
How
bucks.
big is the tank?
45 liters.
45?
It was like empty. Like I was like,
Jeez, what was the rate you filled up at?
oh, dude, it was like below
Yeah, I
the
was
E.
gonna say it was-
The
167
light,
or something.
the light was on all the way from Werribee today, from driving home from work.
Oh.
And I'm like, let's see how far I can go. And then it got to one stage was on like a little bit of an incline, and then, like it went like really really low. I'm like, oh crap, I'm not gonna make it. I went over the I started moving the car, trying to see if the needle would move. That didn't happen. So I got back over the hill, and I came back to like on E. So I made it, filled it up, 98 because
that's
race
right.
car because
Race car, yeah.
it's always 20 cents more a litre, which is beyond a joke. But yeah, filled up the good old 98 and...
Got a hack now. So you know how you can spray paint your front calipers to red and it'll give you an
25
extra
kilowatts.
25 kilowatts?
Yeah.
Apparently, if you listen to Eurobeat,
Oh,
it's
man.
50 horsepower.
Oh, it's 50 horsepower and it's and your
And
car instantly
feels-
goes... Yeah, and your car instantly goes sideways.
Yeah, that's right. And yeah, you just every corner you go around, you do an inertia drift or what do you call it?
Yeah,
Inertia
you
or...
can hold gutters without breaking stuff. too.
Yeah, exactly.
and you instantly get a craving for tofu. It's all part of the the Eurobit experience. But obviously, we've played a bit of Eurobit on this show, especially for our Initial D special, because what else do you play for Initial D special?
Yeah, of course.
I mean, it's Eurobit.
J Chow songs.
Jay Chow.
Real life
I haven't
is
seen the real life movie.
Oh, what? It's
you gotta
good.
watch it. It's not bad.
Yeah.
It's good. It's
especially when they drop the 4.
J Chow did the song. He stays in it. He plays. What's the main character's name?
Takumi.
Takumi.
Yeah, he plays Takumi and he does the end song because he's a pop star.
Pop star,
Yeah,
yeah.
he's full on pop star, yeah.
And then they got Anthony. Anthony Wong's even
Best actor. I
but
love-
he's even been a singer, right?
yeah,
he's
yeah.
got
Does he
albums.
have a punk band or something?
Yes. I love that guy. He's so good.
So good.
He's so damn good. It's like Anthony Wong and like Danny Trejo should be in like every movie, and it'd just be the best thing. It's so good. Well, look, we're gonna get to our first break of the night. I'm gonna get James up onto the panel in a sec, but we're gonna get to a song by Santi Gold. It's a few years old. It's a really it's a banger track. It's called Disparate Youth. We'll be right back after this.
Back on CarTorque with Matty J. It's a bit awkward hearing my voice.
You've been on the show how many times, James? And you're saying it's a bit awkward. Come on,
Yeah,
man.
but I'm bringing it back.
You're bringing it back. Well, yeah, it's you're taking my role for the day. But yeah, that was good. It was a good transition.
Awesome.
If you're listening live, you would have heard the song fade out real smooth and nicely. No flicking of the control panel, which is really good. So good start there, James. Good start. The i30N. Have you seen this car, James?
No.
It's the new like turbocharged i30.
Is it a diesel?
It's a petrol. It's a hot hatch. Reason I've been talking about it before, and we talked about it on the show a couple of weeks ago. We're a big fan of this. Big fan of this car, and the pricing's just been released. It undercuts Golf GDI. It undercuts Focus ST. I think by a little bit, like by $10. It's not by much. It undercuts like all the other hot hatches, and it's like
Is it a Veloster running girl?
no,
No.
it's just
Whole new thing.
whole new
Whole
thing.
new thing.
Wow.
Designed by the ex-chief engineer of BMW M Series
It's
division.
always the way. It's always the X something.
Yeah,
Designs all these crazy things.
Well, at least they tried. So this one, I think, they were saying they were going to have 2 models.
Yep.
But they've only got 1 now.
Yeah, I think they've reduced. They've for some reason stopped that because before that's what they were going to release. They said there was going to be the 2 models. There was going to be like a lower spec and a higher spec one with different power outputs and with different obviously pricing as well. So it comes in at 30. Sorry, the 40. It's 41 something, right?
Just under 40,000.
Okay.
That's just the
Base spec.
recommended retail price. But it doesn't have. It's only got 2 models.
Okay.
So it's got a base spec and a luxury model.
Yep.
That's it.
All manual?
All
All
manual.
manual.
That's what we like to hear.
Yeah, so we like to.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's going to be a proper. It's hot hatch. There's big wraps for it, and it's dropping mid-April, I think.
Yeah, that's what they're saying, mid-April.
Interesting.
I guess they're saying that's going to be the most hotly anticipated hot hatch for this year anyway.
Hyundai's come a long way, I reckon.
Well, they're good cars.
Yeah.
My uncle bought a brand new Hyundai i30 last year. No, last year, or the year before. Year before. It was like in the run out of the previous
Right.
model. And it's great. I love driving that thing. I reckon it's a good car. It's a really, really solid car. Good price for the like tons of tech for the money. So I can see why there's a lot of them on the road because they're actually really, really decent. So if that's anything to go by, the end will be even better.
Interesting.
So kind of looking forward to it.
I was going to say, did you see, I don't know, on the weekend I just saw Koenigsegg broke the
Nürburgring?
fastest record for a production car.
Really?
Land speed?
Yeah, land speed.
Because they set one a couple of months ago,
Okay.
and then Bugatti came out.
With the Chiron?
Oh no, sorry, Bugatti set one with the Chiron, and then like a week later,
They broke it again.
Koenigsegg broke it.
Was it 465 or something?
Yeah.
Something crazy like that.
Yeah, it's in the 400, late 400s.
Yeah,
Far
I
out.
was just watching the signs on the street and they're just going. Like,
Yeah.
legit, see just the blip and that's it.
Where did they find this track? I mean, where did they find this road?
It feels like a road in the middle of nowhere. It looks like it's in a desert somewhere.
Yeah,
Warp
okay.
speed. I don't know. Like I know when Bugatti do their tests, they do it on the
Volkswagen track.
Volkswagen track. Yeah,
Mm.
it's like a massive straight. Like there's like a point where you have to pin it, and then if you don't get it there, you're not going to get to top speed. I remember
That
seeing
was
that.
back when it was doing just the 400 runs.
Yeah. In the Super Sport, it was like 420 odd.
Yeah,
I can't remember the exact speed on it. I remember the Bugatti Veyron was like 404 when it originally came out, I believe. But it was even still, it's stupid. Yeah, like
Yeah.
it's a ridiculous amount of speed. I was watching an interview with a test driver of the Bugatti Veyron, and he's like to me they were doing test runs, and he was talking with the engineers, and he was actually he's a race driver, and they
Yep.
put him in to do some lap time, and the video goes for about 12 or 15 minutes, and basically one of the tires blow out at like almost top speed. And he's like to me, he had like pretty much no control. It was like one of the scariest things. He said it every step of the way exactly what happened, and he's like, I think the tire hit the guard and the guard flew up, and impaired his vision.
Ripped off some stuff. Yeah.
So then he like kind of went into the guardrail and just like slowly to try to stop himself, to slow down.
Instead of spinning out, yeah.
Yeah, but he's like, then there was that risk of if I dig into into a metal pole, I'm gonna die. So. I'll have to find that video.
Impaled
It's really really it's incredible footage. Like it's in Italian, I think. I think he's an Italian driver, but it's definitely worth a watch. Really really interesting. Interesting take from a like a race driver's perspective of him like almost dying and like they were making jokes at the start because I don't think something wasn't right before the start. And he's like, I'm not too sure if I'm confident to go out. Like no, it'll be fine. But in terms of how the car was, he's like the car was structurally incredibly well built. It's just it was that over engineered that it didn't really feel like it was anything. So
Yeah, they built really well. I think it was like something like 8 titanium bolts holding the. So they got the midsection, which is basically
the different
built like
tubs,
a cockpit.
yeah.
Yeah, it's built like they call it a monocoque or something. It's like a carbon fiber reinforced, just a little shell.
Yep.
And then they bolt on the front and back ends.
Yep,
with
they
8
put it together.
bolts. Like 8 titanium bolts.
Well, I mean, the big supercar companies kind of do that anyway with their Ferraris and stuff. Like they kind of just put them in sections and just put them together. They're not like they're like the standard monocoque cars we have today, where it's just one piece and they drop the engine on and transmission and gearbox and
Something
all that.
similar to the Hennessy or the
Yeah.
GT.
yeah. I think just a little bit different to the K cars.
Just a little.
little bit different to cars we can actually afford.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
Because we all know that everybody's out buying Veyrons and Chirons and
UK is full of them, man. I was looking at the
There
Euro
is.
sales and they're selling Koenigsegg's for like almost nothing compared to their retail price.
Yeah.
4 or 5 million, then they're selling them for like 800k.
well, it's just incredible how much depreciation like hits cars. Like, but some cars really don't depreciate. Like the LFA is never depreciated. Like that's
Limited number.
I think it was like down for like a year and then it went back up. Now it's like a
Yeah.
$1.2 million car. And like cars like that, like special, you're right, limited edition ones that are numbered,
Yeah.
don't tend to really lose any value. They just if you're a rich guy, you know which one to buy, get on it because
Like those Z-Spec Nissans.
Is he expecting? Yeah,
Forget it.
yeah. Well, dude, there was Zenshun, no? The
Century,
34.
yeah.
Like, I saw one with like no Ks on it. Was like almost 200k.
Yeah, or 400k or something delivered.
Wow.
Yeah.
Something crazy.
Like,
It's just a GDR.
yeah,
Even
but
a
still,
mock-up. Even a mock-up was
It's worth
fetching
quite
over
a bit of money.
280k.
Far out.
yeah.
That's
It's
nuts.
unbelievable. Yeah, it's literally just it's basically a GDR, and they've added a few extras,
I mean,
little like custom carbon fiber panels and whatnot.
not only that, but like the Zetsun had the full going over too, didn't it? Or was
Yeah.
was that the NUR with the bigger engine? No, I think it was the Zetsun with,
I think it was
with
Zetsun went over.
because
2.8.
NUR was
That's right.
2.6 still.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. It was the Zetsun with the 2.8 stroker. Just something stupid, like crazy power.
you could just go to Jun Speed in Tokyo, like down in Japan, and get something similar. They got a 2.8 stroker now,
Mines
and a
do. I think.
3.1 as well.
Wow,
Mines, yeah.
on the RB26.
Yeah, 3.1 stroked.
Interesting. You're giving me ideas, James. Stop it.
That's right. Imagine a 3.1 liter twin turbocharged in a Ford Laser.
Oh man, it's
Imagine that.
dude, mate. The SR2,
F6 translate, is it?
dude. The Laser already smokes all these GDRs, man. So ask James. Well, I've been chopping cars left, right,
More
center.
than you can afford, pal.
Laser.
Laser.
SR2. No, they're definitely one of those things. That if you want to, if you're like a really rich guy and you want to be even more rich, and take like punts on I guess limited run cars, definitely that'd be a good way to
Good
to
investment.
Yeah, 2014 Hyundai Accent.
It's where it's at. That's definitely where it's at. Speaking of accents, my brother's got a 2000 like the first accent that was sold here. It's a 5-speed manual, comes in 3 colors: rust, fade, and maroon.
We're talking dailies, are we?
It's his daily car. Yeah, like he's got the 300 kilowatt XR6 turbo at home that he just
Got the stockies on
on
the
Accent?
Yeah,
I mean, he's got caps. He's got the hubcaps on there, right?
Hubbies.
He's got the hubbies on there with the
they get stolen in your area, don't they?
Bro, Hyundai's they're smart, man. They actually bolt them in.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
The bolt
With a
caps
little
in.
Allen bolt or something.
No, the wheel nut goes over the top of it. So they actually instead of looking fake, they got rid of
Yeah,
it.
they got real sick, yeah.
But anyway, he bought it for like $1,200, and it was came with a full sound system. The previous owner cut the springs, so that the car was just like jumping.
Chopped.
Yeah, it was essentially what it was. Chopped the springs. I drove around the block at like 30 kilometers per hour, and the whole car was bouncing. He drove it to work one day down the ring road. He took it back. He's like, "Yeah, I'm not driving that again until I get it fixed."
When you told me he got it, I was just like,
what?
he's gonna have to replace it or spend more money to fix it than it's worth.
Pretty much.
And
yeah.
this is what's happened.
Yeah, well, now he's put all new shocks and new springs.
Yeah. So he could have bought just a better car and he wouldn't have to worry
coilovers.
about it.
But it came with like I think 8 months reg.
Oh.
So the reg is like worth more than the car essentially. Comes with it's got like a hectic sound system. It's got like a massive sub and stuff.
Yeah, that's
Come
why
with
he
a head
got
gasket
it.
issue.
Sorry?
Did it come with a head gasket issue?
No, it's actually really good. It drives really well now. Like it's really mint. But that got me thinking because like he's looking at another car to replace it because he's like oh what could I get for the similar money or a little bit more that's better in pretty much every way. And for from $5,000 to $7,000, you can get bloody awesome cars these days.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. Especially for daily spec.
Oh man, dude, he's messaging a person with a Forester XT right now, 2006. So it's a 2.5, it's 5-speed manual, it's a luxury. Got the full leather and everything, full service history.
They got moonroofs, I think, too.
I think it does too. I've only seen a few pictures of it. I'll bring it up now in a sec. But it's like $7,000. My brother's like, if I offered him $6,000 cash today, because it comes with a roadworthy. Yeah, it's
That's
done.
awesome.
Yeah, it's done 200, but it's said full service. So far out, man. Like that's pretty damn dope. He's like to me, because my brother goes to the snow a lot. And he's like, if I take the Accent to the snow, I'm going to die. So he's like, probably something with all-wheel drive that'd be half decent. I'm like, well, yeah, that'd be probably a good option. But it got me thinking because I was looking at different cars in that price range. You can get everything. You can get Mazda 6s. You can get decent Camrys. I mean, Camrys is a Camry, but I'm saying you can get like really really decent cars for the money.
Supercharged Camry.
Oh yeah, definitely. No, I'd buy one still. But yeah, like you can get really really good cars for not a lot of cash. So you can look pimp. Like you can look full ball spec in like a, I saw an as an A6, the long wheelbase.
Yeah.
Okay, I wouldn't buy one because it's like a German car over close to 10 years old, and it's got like 180 on it, I know it's going to break because it's VW Group, but that was like $8,000. I'm like, this is like a whole bunch of car for the money. Like, you know, it's crazy how much cars depreciate, especially like luxury cars like that. It's unbelievable. It's it's really puts in perspective of like how much like other cars like that are desirable cost. So for example, with the F6, it was like $60,000 brand new. I can still sell it for like 22, right? That car was like over 120,000 brand new, and it's like worth $8,000.
Yeah.
So you know, depreciation hits cars in different ways. Again, it's also if you buy an LFA, for example, like Mr. Lindsay Fox or someone like that.
Matty J.
Or Matty J, because my LFA's parked outside. You know, it's a beast, man. You know, it's really, really bloody worth it. And I think you can really play out, like, even if you're yourself, you could play like a really cool wheeler dealer game, like just by selling, you know, buying cars cheap, selling, like tidying up a little bit and selling them. You don't have to be a dealer to do it. You can be really, really clever about it.
Just buy the right car.
That's the big question. I mean, you guys bought like a GDI a while back, and you know,
Yeah, two-door.
And
There's only two of them in Victoria.
you're kidding.
I swear. We brought ours from Canberra, though.
Well, there you go.
Yeah, ACT.
And then yeah, like, you know, it's in demand. I guess it's a two-door GDI, even though it took you guys
It took us a little bit to sell it. It's not as desirable as a four-door because a lot of those guys are looking for, you know, extra space, put stuff away.
Yeah.
But in terms of the GDI, I mean, the two-door was a little bit heavier.
Is it heavier than the four-door?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, because they got that extra paneling where the door's meant to be, and it's actually heavier than putting a door in.
You're kidding.
I swear.
What the? Is it heavier by much?
I think it's about 100 kilos.
No way, for
Yeah.
a door.
Yeah, because the front doors are actually longer than the normal
Yeah.
ones.
I know that.
They take up, and they're, you know, proper doors, so they take up heaps of space. The hinges on that thing was like proper Eurospec, like you
Solid.
hear the thud when you close it and everything.
I remember going. It was a quick car.
It was, yeah.
Haven't they released an original recently?
An original.
As in the Golf GDI original series, 2 doors.
Interesting.
I'm not too sure. I haven't heard much about it. Is it like
No.
like trying to go back to like a poverty spec one? Is that what you're talking about? Like
No, like standard GDI,
GDI 2-door.
2 doors.
I'm pretty sure you could always get them in a 2-door.
they
Just
stopped
ordering only.
They
they stopped
making
doing
them.
2 doors for a while, and then they're bringing them back.
Yeah, they probably
Yeah.
stopped. Mark 6.
Mark
Mark
6,
7.
yeah.
Mark
Yeah, 'cause
8
that-
is
they-
now coming back.
You couldn't get them in. You know, I'm pretty sure. it
The only
was,
2 doors in that range would probably be the R, if you're lucky, and a Scirocco.
But you
full-time.
can't even buy Scirocco's anymore. And you know
Yeah.
what, the dumbest thing about Scirocco's was like you could only get them in Scirocco R4.
And they're only front wheel drive.
Yeah, and they're only front wheel drive. So if you wanted like a normal Scirocco, you couldn't buy one,
Yeah.
which is really, really crap. Like beyond.
Especially for the money you spend too.
Oh yeah, I mean it's
They're 40 plus K.
they're expensive for what they are. I mean they look good.
They do look good. They go good too.
They do go
But
good.
Being all-wheel drive, I reckon they could have a bit of extra weight, but it would have come in handy.
Definitely. Just VW does weird things. They're one of those companies that just they. I'm
It's
not
probably
gonna.
because they can do it. Like they're super, wealthy in terms of.
But they're still the biggest car company in the world.
Manufacturer,
Even after like Dieselgate and everything, they're still the biggest car company.
There's about 30 other companies with them. That's why.
Yeah,
That's
that's,
right.
that's essentially right.
And they're in all these rich guys buying up all the Bugattis.
That's why they're making the money because it's a oversized VW. There you go. I love driving the Golf GTI original, and in particular, I was smitten with the manual model. There you go. It's
new.
It's new. It's come out. Is it break time, James?
5
Almost.
minutes.
A few minutes.
A few minutes. Cool.
We could go to a song if you don't like hearing my voice.
No, please. I love hearing your voice,
Sultry
James.
tones.
You're just making me sound bad. Like, yeah, you don't want to hear my voice, and
No, he wants to go to a break because he doesn't want to.
he doesn't want to hear his own voice.
It's not feel awkward, is it? Is the texting service working?
Yeah, texting services is working, man. I
Is
put
it?
a message on our Facebook page.
It wasn't working for a long time.
I don't know.
And then I stopped even
Saying it.
saying the number.
Give us a text 044 777 989.
Say
Tell
it
us
again.
what your best hot hatch is. That's 044 777 989.
Yeah, you heard it here first. James, reading out the number again.
Oh yeah.
Um,
Spam him. Troll him.
It's like he's giving out his personal number. He's just getting calls.
You up?
Yeah.
Call me, baby.
ASL.
Dude, you've got like a sexy voice though. Like,
Yeah, he's got a radio voice.
Dude, it definitely does. Like, it's got it could work for like love song dedication.
For like a late night jazz program.
Jazz chat with
Not my
James.
style, but
That's your show.
James.
Jazzy
Jazz. I'm Jazzy James.
Jazzy James.
Jazzy James back on the 98.9.
There you go. See, there you go.
Chills.
Yeah.
I got chills.
James, I want to call up when you do that. I want to be
Love
like,
song dedication.
yeah, I want to dedicate
Just
the
heavy
song.
breathing.
I want to dedicate the song to my 2004 F6 Typhoon.
Oh, we love it when you dedicate songs to cars.
Yeah. Yes, this works. Dude, you're making this show happen. James. I'm gonna like sign you off, and you're gonna like make
There's
that
a
happen.
spot at 9 o'clock on a Monday night.
There we go.
Mate,
Taken.
Taken. That's it.
Man,
Jazzy-
community
Jazzy
radio
James.
is going to go through the roof.
Oh man, you gotta get viewers all over the world. Well, you got listeners all over the world from this show, James. So
Yeah, someone in the US is listening to your voice right now.
someone in the US, someone in Europe as well. I got a message from I can't remember. I think it was Berlin,
Okay.
and
awesome.
he's like he came to he lived in Australia for a while,
Okay.
and he's like he loves the Aussie car culture. So when he went back, he kind of missed it, and he came across our podcast, and he was like yeah, this is dope. Like this
That's
is
awesome.
This is really cool. So big ups to you. I just lost your name off the top of my head, but I've been meaning to give you a shout out on the show the last few weeks.
Mighty
But-
Car Mods.
Yeah, and we got Mighty Karma's coming on. We're still working out of time. Obviously they got a massively
They're busy.
crazy schedule. Like
Busy.
they're just you know what they're
Making
like. They're
TV
just
shows and
making money basically, but making good money. They're
Subaru.
Subaru. I mean that was dope. That was
That's
cool.
awesome. I'd love to have one of those here.
You get pulled over every 2 seconds though.
They're cheap. They're like 4 or 5 grand, those things. You could easily cut one up,
Yeah.
take it to the Denny.
Did he use mustard? Dude, we should do that. We should all put some money in together and buy like a Subaru wagon. So basically, I don't know if you've seen this episode of Roadkill,
I can't remember.
but basically, Roadkill's like the other biggest like car
Show.
show on YouTube.
Okay, no, I don't think I've
They're,
seen
they're
it.
by two American guys. Really, like just crazy shit they get up to. Like,
They did a crossover with
yeah,
Mighty Car Mods.
people have been asking it for years. They're like, you guys have got to work with Mighty Car Boys, and
Okay.
and then it's the same thing with the Roadkill Boys. You guys have got to work with Mighty Car, with the Roadkill Boys. So they actually met because Mighty Car Boys went to the States for
SEMA?
no, they went for the premiere of the Fast and Furious.
Okay.
Oh,
And-
yeah,
and they
that's when
bumped
they
it-
built the cars.
Yeah, that's when they built the cars, and that's when they bumped into each other. Like, yeah, we got to do this. So they came back and did it, and they basically built a car for the other group.
Oh.
So
It's
that
like you test mine, I test yours.
Okay.
Sort of thing.
essentially,
Always that one guy in the corner.
always that one guy, always Riz, always. He's
Usually it's Alum.
usually is Alan.
Same seat too.
Yeah. But yeah, so basically they took a Subaru WRX wagon,
Yeah.
bugger wagon, and like what's more Aussie than a Ute? So they kind of cut the roof off and made it. I called it the Subaru. And that's what they gave him to use.
It looked so cool. It had like
It
a
looked
half
bad.
cage. It had,
And spotties.
Yeah, that's right.
It had spotties. It had a turbo. Did you ever see this episode?
turbo out the bonnet.
Turbo at the bonnet. It had. It even had the. On the trucks,
Oh, yeah.
the flap. Yeah.
Yeah, on
flap
the
on the exhaust.
Yeah.
That killed me. That was like the funniest bit.
Oh man.
I remember watching it and like they said because it was the hackest job ever, and they're like, this actually kind of looks good.
They just keep it for themselves.
I really liked it, to be honest.
Oh, I thought
I'd
it was
love to get
great.
one.
Yeah, dude, we should definitely make one.
100%.
Take it to
Back
the
days.
to the Denny Ute Mustang. Piss off all the Honda and Ford boys, and go home.
I reckon we'd pull them out the mud.
Mate, we would all-wheel drive. It's happening. It's definitely happening.
All right, so we're going to go to a break real quick, and then big ups to Moog. We're going to play a song by Moog called Chasing Midnight.
Cool.
So here we go. Back on CarTorque with Matty J. Got James here as your host.
Dude, we're supposed to start doing Jazzy James.
Jazzy
You don't write this down.
That's so gonna stick. I don't care what you say. Even if you don't play any jazz, it's Jazzy James is.
That's your DJ name. Because I don't have like
This one.
I don't have like
Just James.
I don't I just James from Man vs Movies. That's all I have. But you James, you gotta have one. You gotta have a DJ name.
DJ Jazzy James instead of Jazzy
Jazzy James.
Throw him
that's
at the
taken,
door like
isn't
Jazzy J.
Oh, it's a Jesse James, all right.
No, Jazzy James. I don't know if you've ever seen
Jazzy, you know, like Jazzy Jeff from
Jazzy Jeff.
Fresh
Will
Prince.
Fresh Prince, that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
But look, we're back on the show. Now, Riz went to the Shannon's car auction last week?
Last Monday.
Last Monday. Now, with James, you've spoken about these before. Like, you've come on and went to them. I had a quick look at what some of these cars went for. An original GC8 WRX, like one of the first ones, went for like over 20-something grand. It was pretty mac though. So, like I've mentioned previously on the show, if you can find a clean one, get your hands on it because they are an appreciating classic. They are going to go right up in value. A few other cars were you know, there was an MR2 that's off like, was it close to 30 grand?
Close to it, yeah.
That's unreal for an MR2. Someone must like
The
their...
guys there love, like if the cars are there, a lot of people are actually interested in buying them. Like, they go for them, and I think they like haul the price up as well.
Oh, 100% they do.
Yeah,
When it's an auction, that's what's going to happen.
Yeah, correct.
that's right. I mean, it's
The internet
I know it's
bidding as well.
Australian, but I'm pretty sure it's international as well.
Yeah,
for
they-
So
sure.
you can bid from anywhere type thing.
Online, yeah.
Yeah, and they had some pretty interesting. They had a 1926 Rolls-Royce limousine. I think the guide price was 90 to 120,000. I didn't end up staying because it was going to be one of the last cars to have gone.
Yeah.
I didn't see how much that went for, but yeah, they had some good cars over there. I had a Suzuki Mighty Boy, which I don't know how that ended up there.
It's different,
And,
that's why.
yeah, exactly. So I had a 930, 911.
Yep.
That
Turbo?
was turbo.
Yeah.
That was quite nice. But yeah, a lot of Mercs, classic Mercs. Reminds me of Matty J's Merc project.
Oh, man, the bucket.
What's the nickname for that? The Benzo?
The Benzo. Mandy the Merc.
Makes you want to fall asleep.
Oh, man, it's it's a laugh.
You gonna respray soon?
When I get money, James, as I said, today's
Petrol first.
Today's a stepping
struggle
stone.
street here, like petrol first, and then he's got to think about paint. Like,
You should get tips at the parentage interviews there.
Mate,
Yeah.
Tell the kids, I'll tell you good things.
Yeah.
slip me some 50s on the table. Slip me some 50s. There better be pineapples. Anything below, I'm not taking. But yeah, no, there's some really, really interesting cars. But you guys were saying, like, outside, like, the people that can't come, like, in that, you know, to buy the cars, like, their personal cars, what they come in are just ridiculous.
yeah, like
Everyone shows off it.
last
yeah.
time, and this is before we met at the Caradvice
Yeah,
open day.
yeah.
They had a LC500. I saw an LC500 at the last auction
No way.
in November.
Jeez, that must have been, like, the first one.
Exactly, that would have been one of the very, very... Because I saw it and I'm like, what the hell is this? I've never seen anything... I thought it was an LFA.
Yeah.
Like,
They look very similar.
Yeah.
Like the back end.
yeah.
Yeah.
And I was like, geez, I've never seen anything like that. And then I met another guy there at that auction, and he had the last of the proper manual 911 GT3s.
Wow.
That was parked outside, which he told me about, and I had a look at it later. This time I saw a few Cobras. Definitely three... there were 3 Ferraris,
Yep.
2 6 Series, and we're not talking like base model 6 Series. We're talking
Top
like
end.
M6 spec. A lot of Cayennes.
Yeah. That's
Like
pretty
it's just so interesting. Like it's in the back of, it's in an industrial estate or warehousing type area in Heatherton at the back there.
Everyone goes
And-
to the dandy drags after.
Oh, plenty of money in that area. So yeah, no, it was good to see all the cars inside, but also on the outside, like the people that come to these. So, yeah, I'm sure maybe 1 or 2 of them got LFAs as well.
Yeah. In terms of memorabilia too, they spend the whole heap. So there's like signage that they sell there, and the guides are like, you know, a shell sign or something. Shell sell for like 100 to 300. The thing will
Yeah.
go for like 3-4 grand.
Well, they had a Brisbane parking meter. You know?
Brisbane.
Yeah, a Brisbane parking meter there. That I can't remember how much that went for, but then there's just it's something really, really silly. It was like a picnic mat or
Yeah.
a picnic
Picnic
set.
set.
And that went for like, it was like, I think,
It had like estimated price of over $300.
yeah. And
Is
it,
that
sold.
Shannon's auction?
yeah.
Yeah.
And it went for nearly $1,500 or $1,600.
What?
And I'm like, how the hell is
They're
that?
just flogging their stuff. They just
Yeah.
want to get rid of.
And the hipsters must be loving it.
Mate, I should take the Merc down there and say, yeah, it's got a Mercedes badge.
Yeah.
And they had the Gogo Mobile there as well, of course.
Yeah, that's pretty standard with the
Just
Shannons.
take some of my old DVDs or something. Maybe get rid of them.
Well, the number plates apparently in this auction went for out of the $4.3 million worth of transactions,
Far
1.3
out.
million were number plates.
And this is heritage stuff,
Yeah.
like cases and whatnot.
Far out.
A lot of the Asian market likes to buy, not being
Yeah, I
racist
was
or
just
anything,
gonna
but
say, man,
a lot of the
Do you want to repeat?
But basically, yeah, just so much stuff.
lucky numbers.
Yeah, that too. No, these are some of the cars. There's the LC500 in white. Wow, it's stunning in white.
That was about 4 months ago.
It's unreal. Minis are coming up in value. Minis are like original minis.
Like
Oh, like
Leyland Minis.
You don't
super
see them
expensive.
anywhere.
You don't.
Yeah.
I saw a really lovely red one on Club Reg the other day. Wasn't red, but it was maroon. God, it was nice.
That's the Rosser.
And the guy was beating on it too. Wow. How much was that? How much did I go for? $275.
Still
Testarossa.
bidding too.
But that was last time, not
Yeah,
the one
this
that's yeah.
They had
Yeah.
a 427 there at one stage.
Uh,
The Boss.
Boss, yeah, like
Yeah.
Boss Mustang, yeah. I mean, they even had that at one of those at
Dutton's.
Dutton Garage, which is a lovely version.
Yeah.
We got to hear that start up too.
Fuck, that was loud. How rich was it running? It was,
yeah.
it was so, the whole place smelled like fuel.
It was awesome though.
Best smell. Not gonna lie,
Unburnt.
it's definitely good. They flooded it when they were trying to start it, and your dad's like pissed himself laughing. They're like, "Oh my god, they flooded the Boss," and then they eventually got it started. And it just fuel everywhere. I was like, "Yeah, so good."
That's an awesome spot too, Dutton.
Yeah, cool place. Definitely, like
Yeah.
we've spoken about on the show. It's something where if you're a car guy, you just got to go. Like even if you're not a car guy, it's just to go and suss, have a
Just
suss.
have a coffee then.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's right. They've got a cafe there which I didn't know about. So that's where I'll be hanging out Friday, Saturday,
Take your
Sundays.
missus there. You
Monday, Tuesday,
That's
Wednesday.
No, Tuesday night I'm here.
Oh yeah, of course.
know. We're going to a nice cafe.
Where we going? Let me guess. Dutton? How did you know? I took a Vini there once. She
Enjoy
actually
it?
she loved it. Yeah,
That's
she,
awesome.
she thought that she was like, this is freaking mad. I'm like, yeah, this is pretty cool. She's like,
I'll have a Vantage. I'll have a 911.
yes, dude. We walked through and I'm like, okay, these ones are mine, and you can have the scraps. I get what else. And she's
What's
like,
the
no,
scraps? Like the 3 Black Series though.
yeah, pretty much, yeah. three Black Series, and she really liked what was it? She loved the Aston. It was a DB. It was a DB9 there.
Well,
She's like, yeah, that's a cool car. I'm like, it is a very cool car. I'm like, if I drive that, you can only drive that car if you're wearing a suit
yeah.
and a bow tie. like a has to
And
be
you
a
have
full
to play
tux.
the Bond theme song.
Yeah.
Imagine that. Come out the lights.
Yeah, but then if
Driving off, that'd be the noise.
if you're being authentic though, then you have to flip it
Oh yeah,
because he does it in every movie.
We'll have to tie a Vini to the
to
the road.
Oh no. Oh man. If he's like, Matt, she's probably listening. She'd be like, "Geez, you better not say hit me. You want to move out of the way."
I can't believe he sunk the DB10. And it was like a legit model too.
It was mad.
Oh,
I
man.
couldn't believe it, dude. Your dad every time.
My dad hates it when they trash the car, and in Inspector when they trash the DB10, my dad audibly in a cinema was like, "No!" He got so mad.
You telling me your dad like cracked it massively during was it Skyfall when they like destroyed the DB5?
Yeah, because every Casino Royale they flip it. In Skyfall they blow it up,
The old DB5,
and in Spectre they
goes in the drink.
they put in. I mean, even in Quantum of Solace, it technically survives, but without doors.
Yeah.
So
That-
I guess
that was a
that
good
one
chase, though.
that was cool with the Alfa Romeos. But he hates it.
I can't believe they go that quick, those things.
With the Alphas.
Yeah.
Yeah, they went alright, man. The Brusso V6 is a good engine. Like
Speaking of Alphas, do you like the 4C?
I do like the 4C. I wouldn't
I think
own
it's
one.
very different.
I wouldn't own one because I know owning an Alpha is like you may as well get a second mortgage.
That's right. Oh, well, get 2.
Get two, yeah. It's just pure heartache, to be honest. But I mean, like, I still don't get why people say, "Oh, you're not a proper car enthusiast unless you've owned an Alpha." I'm like, what? So you want to live in misery for every moment
Yeah.
you own it, and for the
You
one
know,
time it
yeah.
works.
No, I think why they say that is because everything's gonna break. So you would know how to fix everything. So that's why you're a true car enthusiast if you've owned an Alpha, because everything's gonna break.
I'd rather just watch it on Top Gear. Or,
Yeah. Speaking of which, have you guys seen? I mean, I haven't seen the Grand Tour, the second one yet.
Yeah.
Have you guys seen it?
I haven't seen the
I
second
haven't.
season yet. No. That's one thing. Dude, I'm so far behind in
I
shows.
keep watching the ads, and they're always like funny. And the other day I saw a snippet where May's got some sort of Merc wagon, and he's filling up like a fish tank in the back.
Oh yeah, it was an old Merc,
Yeah.
Merc wagon. Dude, that broke my heart, man. Being an old Merc connoisseur as I am,
Connoisseur.
I'm not.
The benzo.
The benzo life. Just seeing the water go in the cabin, I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
it's just like, just, it's eating up my soul. But you know what though, like, it's good entertainment. Yeah, like if you want to watch it for a laugh, but like in terms of like quality, it's not as good. I don't think. Like when Top Gear first came back, like in the early 2000s,
Yep.
it was really informative, really good. They went kind of. I mean, yeah, they went the more entertainment route, which is fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, more entertaining.
The reason you watch
Their
Top
budget.
Gear is for the fun, and your reason you watch Fifth Gear is for the reviews.
Well,
yeah.
that's why, like, I stopped. I think before they finished Top Gear, I stopped. I think I would have stopped watching 3-4 seasons before they finished
Yeah.
Top Gear itself,
Yeah.
purely because it became too much entertainment. And I fell in love with Fifth Gear until I
Great
guess
show.
they just couldn't afford to keep up with it, because after 2016 season, that was it.
Yeah.
And I think that's where I sort of went on to Drive It, which is
Yeah, you told me
very
about it, yeah.
very formal. It's made from DWTV.
/drive?
No, Drive It.
Okay,
So it's made by DWTV in Germany,
nice.
and these
Send me the
guys.
link.
In English?
Yeah. Huh?
In English?
Yeah, well, yeah, because they dub it as well.
Okay.
So you've
Sweet.
got the German one, and then you
It'd
can
be like
watch it.
watching the Japanese ones. Best motoring.
Oh no, it's
But it's
actually
great.
pretty accurate. This is pretty accurate. Like
Okay.
the way that when they translate it, because I've seen the episode in German with English subtitles,
Yep.
and saw the same episode in English
accurate.
English dub. It's pretty good.
Awesome.
So, but it's very informative. But it's not as, because Fifth Gear was sort of fun and a little bit of
Yeah.
quite a bit of information in there.
Yeah.
And that's where I saw like how cheap cars are in UK, like
They're with nothing.
second-hand cars. Like same thing. I think you were talking about the A6 long wheelbase
Yeah.
was $8,000 or whatever. I think the same car where there was like £2,000 or whatever after 10 years.
Yeah, it's bananas cheap.
It's crazy.
That's why Top Gear can afford all these nice cars on
Yeah.
their budgets.
Dude, when they went in the, I think it was in their last season when they went to last season of Top Gear that they went to Argentina. They wrecked 3 really lovely cars, like a.
This is professional radio, gentlemen.
That would
And it's front wheel drive.
Scotty, have you got anyone you want to thank?
Just myself.
And now we do the after hours. Dun, dun, dun.
Gentlemen, what would you go for?
Dacia Sandero.
Okay, and because it's not a supercar.
But it is.
It's not.
Automotive perfection comes in the form of 2 letters, A and U.
Long live my LTD!